Like a good Sunday morning clean. Good morning. I'm filming some content for filming myself doing spring cleaning. Good morning. How are you? What are y'all doing today? This is a lot of work. I'm trying to film, but it's worth it. I used to like. Perfect. Okay. Hey, good morning. I look a mess, y'all. I woke up and started cleaning. I'm cleaning, so I'm actually filming. Yeah, I'm filming right now. So I figured I would talk to y'all while I'm doing that. While I'm cleaning. I'm doing some deep cleaning, so I'm gonna throw some stuff away. Like, I want to get a new dish set because majority of the stuff that I have is like hand-me-downs, and I never bothered to buy like a fresh set of dishes. You are so sweet. No, I got it actually. Like, because I did some deep cleaning a couple months ago, it's really not that bad. I just want to like do a little refresher, that's all. Just a little refresher. What are you doing this morning? How are you? I am so hungry, by the way. I am so hungry. But no, I got it. Like, honestly, it's really not that bad. It's just refreshing. I'm gonna buy a shoe rack. I'm gonna buy some floating shelves. Yeah, what else do I need to get? I think that's about it. But I want to throw away some of these old dishes. And some of them just sit in the back of the cupboard anyway. So it doesn't even make any sense for me to keep them. I think that's a little bit. Yeah, I know how to dance a little bit. Can you dance? Good morning. Welcome in, guys. Y'all, I feel so slouchy. But today is a brand new day. I was supposed to be doing this yesterday when I was filming content. I just was filming myself clean. People love cleaning videos. And I was like, let me try it out and see if I like doing cleaning videos. But you know, when you're clean, you don't want to have to worry about setting up a camera. Oh, somebody's downstairs. I don't know what to do. Let's see. Some toast and some egg whites for breakfast. I'm so hungry. I should have ate before I started filming. I'm about to turn this camera off. Thank you. You saw the moves? Ah, you saw the moves. But I did it though. I did it though. I don't know if you were on live yesterday when I was taking out my Christmas tree. See, yeah, I got nice. I got a little dance moves. A little bit. hair look a mess, I don't care. The one thing for sure, I'm gonna always have a clean house. That's all I care about is a clean house. I love coming home. So I reorganized my living room yesterday. I filmed that. I filmed myself doing that too. Keep that. I don't need that. I can show y'all my living room. Oh, really? Nice. Well, welcome. Good to see you. Glad you could join me today. But let me show you my living room real quick. Oh! I don't know if you... Oh, I'm not trying to show my goodies. I stole this from my grandma. I stole this dress from my grandma. And it's funny because she doesn't miss it. I think one time she even like complimented me on it. She was like, "Oh, that's cute." I'm like, "Little do you know, girl, it's yours." Oh, I'm good. I'm glad you came, honestly. Ask me anything. Let's do a mini Q&A. Ask me anything. I'm here for it. I'm here for the questions. Let's talk. Oh, let me make myself some tea. Let's talk. Hey Mike, what's up? Good to see you. I'm debating if I want rather don't overspill. Don't overflow. Oh, snap. Would you ever? What are you asking, Mike? What did you mean to ask? So clean. I have an appointment today. Probably go for a walk, go to the gym, read by the pool, and I need to go to the store to get some shelves. I really need some shelves for my plants because I added some new plants. I'm in the US. Yeah, so I bought some new plants and I feel like they need their own shelves. I'm going to show you in a second, actually. Let me show you. me show you. I'm in Texas too. What part? Here, let me show you my living room. Y'all see I look so wild. That's how you know I just woke up and just started cleaning. So I had a little mini Christmas tree in this corner. I got rid of that. Threw away some stuff. These are my new plants that I got. Well, this one and this one. And I want to put the little ones, I want them to have their own shelf or whatever. But I like my living room right now. It looks so pretty. I want to put some plant shelves right here next to my TV so I could look more lively. I feel like that wall is so plain. There's nothing on it. They need their own. Or I can get like a shelf in the corner, like a corner shelf, and put my plants on it. But no, I like the floating shelf idea, honestly. I like that idea better. Yeah, I love plants too. So I'll show y'all what I'm doing. I think the floating shelf, especially because there's nothing on that wall by my TV, so I think it'll make my plants look nice. And I have a lot of shoes too. I need to buy a shoe rack because I just line my shoes up against the wall. And I like how that looks, but my room is kind of small, and I feel like it just makes my room look small. I kind of want to move my bed. I want to move my bed around. I don't know what I want to do, y'all. Thank you. Yeah, I think it'll look good too. I like floating shelves. Especially with some cute plants on it. Okay, honestly, my bedroom isn't decorated all that great. I have a couple pictures on the wall. So it's black, blue, and some silver and white. And I mean, right now it looks messy. Like it doesn't look very put together. It's not messy. It just doesn't look like very well put together right now. So I kind of want to fix it up. I do want to get a shoe rack though, because my shoes are lined up against the wall. Let me show you. One second. I just love a clean house. I thought I sleep better with my house fully clean, put together. What's up, Marcus? Marcus, your aunt works at DeSoto High School, right? Thank you. I stole this dress from my grandma. Don't tell her I told y'all that, okay? Don't snitch. She don't miss it anyway. No, you said your mom, not your aunt. Your mom. I think. Is that right? Okay. Your mom. Okay. See, I remember. I was like, wait, no, it was I said my aunt works there. I thought you said like your aunt works there too, but then I was like, no, he said mom. His mom worked there. Don't judge me. I'm gonna show y'all. Okay, I really need a shoe rack. Number one, it's so many different kinds. I don't know what kind I want. Don't judge me, y'all. Please. I woke up and I cleaned, so I'm looking a little wild right now. See? I remember. Don't judge, okay? Please. We listen and we don't judge. So these are all my shoes. Well, most of them anyway. These are all my shoes. And when they're organized, it looks nice against the wall when it's organized. Right now it's not because I just been all over the place. Please just don't judge me. I was going to put shoes on this little rack right here, but I just put my purses on here, so I have to reorganize that. Got back to me on it. Dang, Mom. Why would you do that, Tina? Yeah, Tina. I want a shoe rack. So y'all know the ones that are like really tall and it goes against the wall? Or should I get the ones that like are short? I kind of like the idea of a big one against the wall. And then I could get rid of this. Or I can use this for my plants in the living room. Do you know what I mean? Like, is what I'm saying making sense? Like a big one to where it can fit my shoes and my bags. And then just use this rack in the living room for my plants in the corner. Does that make sense? And I don't even know where to even get like the big tall ones from anyway. I see people have them all the time. Cause look, these are all my plants. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now I have 5. And the little ones I was gonna put on some floating shelves right next to my TV. Short, long for shoes and hooks for, oh, you know, I didn't even think about getting hooks. That's actually really smart. I didn't think about hooks. You're right. I'm gonna do that. You are right. I didn't think about that. I feel like that'll eliminate some space. And then I can use that shelf for, but then I'm gonna probably have to get a lot of hooks though. Because I got a lot of bags. Oh no, I wouldn't. Because they have the hooks where it's like 5 on it, 10 or 6 on it, something like that. So I wouldn't have to get a lot. Now that I think about it, that wouldn't be too bad. Just can't remember. Oh, okay. Yeah, my aunt, she's at the high school. hungry. That's like my 5th time saying that. But I really am, y'all. Like, I'm so hungry. Oh, Lord. Yeah, she might, because my aunt, she's been at DeSoto High School for, I'm going to say, maybe like 10 years now. So she's been there for a while. So your mom might know. Okay. Hold on, I'm coming, y'all. Okay, let's see. But yeah, maybe she knows. My mom didn't get back. Dang, Mom. Ooh, April. Is she having like a retirement party? She should. Oh, where you went? Oh, I went to go get a hair clip because my hair kept being in my face. My bad. My bad for abandoning me. Oh yeah. One of my mentors, she used to work at Wells Fargo, and she was there for maybe like 35 years. This wasn't her retirement party. I'll probably just have some cinnamon raisin toast, some scrambled eggs, and that's it, honestly. No, Angela. She said probably not your aunt. Okay. She might. She might. She's been there for so damn long. She's been there for over 10 years. I wouldn't be surprised. Man, I heard those kids were crazy. When I used to live with my aunt, I think I told you this last time. When I used to live with my aunt, every week calling me. Well, not calling me, but telling me something crazy that happened at the school. I'm like, damn, it sounds like you worked at a prison. Damn, what are they not doing? Like every time we talk about what the kids are doing, it's always like always something bad. Like it was always fights. I know one boy got killed some years ago, maybe like 3 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago. I don't know if that was DeSoto though. I'm not sure if that was DeSoto. to have been DeSoto because I think somebody brought like a gun to school, which I was actually surprised because I thought they had metal detectors. So I know I'm like super late, and I don't really like talking about. I feel like there's certain topics that like always have a think piece. So anything that happens, like for example, the girl at the track meet that got pockets on her head, she ended up with a concussion. I know people were talking about that all week, like for the past 2 or 3 weeks, right? So I normally stay away from stuff like that. But y'all, I don't know why I was so drawn to that story so bad. Because you know what I'm talking about, Marcus, right? I know you know what I'm talking about. Got guns in school. Man, be opening the back door. Oh, okay. That's why I was like guessing. I'm like, was it DeSoto? Because I'm like, dang, I could have sworn they had the metal detectors. But that makes sense, okay? Kids, they're creative. They smart when they want to be. I know one of y'all know what I'm talking about, but that girl at that track meet, they were in high school, and I wanted to believe so bad that girl did not mean to clock that girl upside the head with that baton. But the more I watched the video, and I think they went ahead and just pressed charges on her, the other girl's parents. Because when she was, when her parents were speaking, they were talking about how she had to go back to the doctor because they suspect a skull fracture. But yeah, I tried to watch that video from every which angle, watch that incident from every way, and I'm like, I just don't see how she would do that on purpose. But the more I kept watching, I was like, dang. So, and you know what? I used to want to be a teacher, but I just feel like, shout out to the teachers now, because the education system in the U.S. is not the great. The public education system is not the best. Not even close to it. I mean, really, teachers, it's so unfortunate because teachers have to do more discipline than teaching anything. And it's so sad because it takes away from students who can, or not can, but who want to learn. And then I don't think, if I was to ever become a teacher, decided to go into education, I absolutely would never do high school. I would never do high school. They're too old for me. They're just way too old for me. They're like, they think they're grown. You know, they talk to you crazy. I couldn't do it. I mean, and then it's bad enough that parents can be from the pits of hell. But you talk about a high school kid and their parents are from the pits of hell. I feel like I could probably deal with kindergartners, you know. They're just now learning, they're exploring. Most of them are excited to come to school. They want to be there. They love learning. They're little, you know. But them high school kids, let me tell you something. This is a very unpopular opinion. I understand when people say like, oh, you know, you're the adult in the situation and, you know, you should handle yourself accordingly. But the way, like, looking at these videos of the way these kids treat these teachers, putting their hands on them and stuff, teach your kids at home before somebody else do. You telling me you slapped the hell out of me and I'm just supposed to eat it? My attitude is, I guess I'll go to jail. I guess I'll go to jail. Because it's just too much. It's not worth it. Like, Yes, it's a job, and yes, there's professionalism, but that is still a person. And I just feel like that's really sick to put an adult in that situation and think like, oh, they're just supposed to get get beat up on like a punching bag. And they are, hello, they are old enough to get hit back. They too grown, and half of them are so big you can't tell who's the adult. Yes, parents should teach them properly. Like, I don't believe that. Yes, I do believe that there's a level of professionalism, and obviously, you know, if you can de-escalate a situation. But once it gets to the point where somebody putting their hands on you, I will forget that you're a kid, because you're not a kid. If you old enough and big enough to hit me and do damage, well, then we both about to be black-eyed. We both about to be bloody. Like, that's just really unfortunate, because that's a lot of people's attitudes about it. Like, oh, well, you're the adult in the situation. If I'm doing the best that I can to de-escalate, and then they want to put their hands on me, we both about to get tore up. We both meet my, like, we're both getting messed up. And get your parents. Do what you gotta do. But they should have taught you. They should have taught you. Now look at you. In the ICU. I hate when people do that. I hate, like, that grinds my gears when people say that, like, oh, the teacher should have did this. And then 9 times out of 10, when those incidences get filmed, the part that we see, that's not the first time that they've dealt with somebody putting their hands on them or threatening them, or, you know what I'm saying? That's just the time that it got filmed. They don't. Oh, you should just walk away. That's why I can't do high school kids. I could never be in that. That's why I wouldn't do high school children. They too grown. They know everything. I'm okay. Like, did the kid punch me professionally? You know what else grinds my gears too, y'all? Is when, like, somebody's on the clock, they're at work doing their job, retail, fast food, whatever, and somebody gets rowdy with them, disrespectful, all because they got their order wrong, right? Or something happened. Cussing them out, talking to them crazy, putting a phone in their face. You already escalated the situation by putting a phone in somebody's face. So when people are like, yeah, but the customer's always right. First of all, that phrase isn't even being used correctly. It's referring to what customers prefer, not you treating workers any kind of way to get what you want and treat them like they're less than to prove a point. That's not what that is for. That means that most people prefer Coca-Cola over Diet Coke. I mean, regular Coca-Cola over Diet Coke, or Dr. Pepper over Coca-Cola. Like, it's not about you talking to them crazy and they're just supposed to smile and wave and cheese because you're talking to them crazy. That's not what that means. Oh, the customer's always right, and the customer can always get a left. I used to work in banking, and I worked at he said yes, I said but yeah, like, that grinds my gears so bad. And then being in the customer service field, because I used to work in banking, don't get me wrong, I actually really enjoyed it. It was great. It was definitely a great stepping stone. It was a great opportunity for me, especially to refine, like, my professionalism skills. I became the pro of straight face game. Like, there was this one lady that came in, y'all. Really bad. Yes, and people don't deserve that. Like, people think just because somebody's on the clock, they can clock out. They're still people, you know, and they talk to them crazy, disrespect them. Now you all in their face with the phone. Like, that's already escalating the situation, you know. And but anyway, there was this lady, y'all. So we were actually going through Okay, let me explain it. So like the way my desk was that if somebody wanted to walk behind my desk, they absolutely could have, right? Which was very unsafe in a banking setting. But it was a temporary setup because we were going through construction at the time. So I remember this lady, she had asked me to print off some temporary checks for her until her permanent ones had came in. So I was like, sure, no problem. Printing them off, and she said that the wrong address was on them. Now, the way that our system worked was that whatever the address is that you currently have on there is just automatically printed on there. We don't manually put it in. And so I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I can go ahead and update your address real quick. And she's like, no, I want to talk to your manager so she can do it. Mind you, we're going through construction, and so we're all separated. We are not all in the same room. Managers were like upstairs. We were downstairs. So it was just a lot. Like, number one, she was in a meeting with somebody else. So it was just like, I'm like, girl, I'm not going to have you sitting at my desk for 15, 20, 30 minutes blocking somebody else come when I could literally just help you right now, and it only takes a couple of minutes. Y'all, this lady's like, what did she say? She said, you know what? Coincidentally, my manager actually came downstairs, but she was coming down for something else. I didn't call her. But while she was coming down, I can't remember what the lady said. She was very condescending, basically. And so she's like walking up behind me, like the way that my desk was set up, you could walk behind me. So she's like, when I told her that I could just change her address for her, and she pretty much was like, no, get your manager, right? So she's walking behind me, and I didn't like that. So I'm like, excuse me, because she was trying to look at my computer. It was very like demeaning, because the way she did it was like she was standing over me, like all in my personal space. Like, imagine you're sitting down and somebody's over here on top of you as if you don't exist, right? Treated me like I'm less than. So I politely pushed her back. Like, I didn't shove her. I was just like, can you please not? Like, it's a security breach. Please don't come up behind me, ma'am. Please don't walk up behind me. I don't feel comfortable. Well, you don't know the definition of customer service. I said, security. Because, ma'am, no, ma'am, we don't do that here. You're not going to treat me any kind of way. And then when my manager came down, coincidentally, because I didn't even call her, y'all, my manager came down, and she literally was like, yeah, because that gal wouldn't do what I needed her to do. And I'm like, girl, I was trying to help you, but she escalated that so fast. I called, security was talking to like another customer, and I was like, security, when she came behind my desk, and she's like, oh, you don't know the definition of customer service. But it was, working in customer service, man, I don't care what field it is, it can be very challenging. I think who gets it the absolute worst, retail and fast food, because people already have this idea of fast food workers or minimum wage workers as being less than them, so they treat them like crap. And then, like, to me, if my order is wrong, yes, it's frustrating, yes, human error happens, okay, but it's just very interesting that, like, people escalate situations, especially now that everybody has a cell phone. They're so quick to put a phone in somebody's face, and then they're just supposed, you put a phone in somebody's face and they're just supposed to smile and be hunky-dory and just hold the best customer service while you're filming them, making them out to be the bad guy. Even if they were, you're escalating a situation. Now, I can understand if it's one of those monopoly situations where the worker is like being real nasty to you. Like, I get it. But somebody getting your order wrong and you're like this, I wanted a Diet Coke and you gave me regular. I'm diabetic. Like, I get it, but sir, ma'am, just ask them for a redo. Just ask them for a redo. That's it. That's not going to get your Diet Coke any faster. As a matter of fact, they're probably going to refuse service to you. I would. So you should go to another place to get you a Diet Coke, because you filming me doing all this and yelling, have a great day. Like, have a great day. Yeah, you won't get it from me. Like, like, I just don't have the energy for it. I just don't have the energy for that. Because sometimes people are so unhinged, talking to them is like talking to a brick wall. Like, I worked in commercial banking, and most of the clients were multimillionaires, high earners, and luckily majority of them I worked with were very nice people, very, very nice people. But there were a few, you know, if they didn't get what they want, or, you know, they didn't want, like, if you didn't bypass certain regulations for them or whatever, it's like they bring up how much money they have, and, oh, who's your manager, and I'm gonna call your manager, this is unacceptable. And you're literally just following protocol, you're literally just following your job. They're very wild. I try to, I honestly do. Like, when I was working in commercial banking, I really had a good time. I really liked majority of my coworkers. The only thing I don't like about working in banking is the culture, because so y'all know how banks say, like, oh, they can't refund certain fees or whatever. That's not true. It's not true. They do it for who they feel like doing it for. Like, if you make a lot of money, they'll do it for you. Doesn't matter how many times you overdraw your account, they'll do it for you. Like, we were only allowed to go back to 3 months, I believe, to refund fees on accounts. And I've seen where they would refund an entire year's worth of fees, because this is a person that makes a lot of money and brings in a lot of money, so let's just bypass everything that we say. If you don't have a lot of money, let's say you're just having a bad month, okay? Maybe your first time, you know, overdrawn or something, and it's like, well, they don't bring in a lot of money, so nah, we can't refund their fees. It made me very uncomfortable. I didn't like that culture at all. Like, if one manager told me no to refund somebody, I would call somebody else. I'll call another one until somebody told me yeah. You're telling me that somebody that already has a lot of money, like, if we're gonna do that, do it across the board. Let's say we allow 3 times a year, 4 times a year to refund. Let's do that across the board. But to only accommodate somebody simply because they have a lot of money is very interesting to me, considering the fact that the person that doesn't have a lot of money is probably going to be struggling trying to pay back these fees. Or, like, when we would do, like, wire transfers, or what is it called? Well, yeah, wire transfers. We had a mandatory fee. Like, we couldn't do anything with that. We couldn't modify it, because that's how we paid back office. Like, that's their income, right? And so there's this guy, he was sending over like over $1 million, and he's like, oh, an $18 wire fee, that's ridiculous. I can't change it. Like, and then I always tell people up front, if they ask me for a wire, hey, it is $18, you know, so they're not surprised at the end. And good morning. And so I'm like, hey, you know, just a heads up, for our wires, they are $18. This guy is wiring over $1 million. He's like, $18? That's ridiculous. Like, I'm not paying that. Like, who can I speak to? And I'm like, well, unfortunately, like, this is something that, because that's how they make their income, back office, who handled all that, right? So, like, we couldn't modify it. There wasn't even an option to do that. No, I'm by myself. But I'm about to be, though. And I kid you not, manager comes over, did like a whole thing to where basically she credited him $18. So you're taking away money, somebody else's income, because, mind you, we're not even supposed to be doing this. Really, this could give us both fired. I don't work there anymore, by the way. But this could get us both fired, and because this person makes a lot of money, we're just gonna make up rules. We're just gonna make up rules. We're gonna take away the income for the people who do this job because this person is whining about an $18 fee that they knew up front, and they just don't feel like paying it. They just don't feel like paying it. I just didn't like the culture of being in banking. Was it a good job? Yeah. I feel like I learned a lot, but it ran its course. It ran its course. I feel like I'm always fun. Hey, Freezy, I feel like I'm always fun. Don't judge me, y'all. I look a mess. Yeah, working in customer service is not for the weak. I swear to God, I swear to y'all. The way that people talk to workers nowadays, I'm telling you right now, where I'm at in my life, a job is not worth my dignity. Like, if I gotta smile and cheese and wave, and you're yelling at me and talking to me crazy and disrespecting me just so I can keep a job, screw that. Like, I don't need, let me tell you something. And maybe because I'm very prideful in that way, but nobody's gonna disrespect me. And nothing is worse than when people don't have a supportive manager or somebody, like someone in leadership not having their back. I feel like that's the worst. When a manager or leader is supposed to have their employees back and they don't. And yeah, that's the worst. Hey, Lauren. Yeah, that's the worst. Like, I remember one time, true story, this was the very first bank that I ever worked at. There was this guy that came in. He drove over 2 hours because this was the closest branch to where he lived. And he wanted to, because his bank, listen to this, y'all. His bank didn't want to cash his check. It was over $13,000. He wants to pay his workers in cash. Well, if y'all don't know, if it's over $10,000, we have to do like a what's the proper term for it? It's basically like an authorization form. Like, they ask you, well, what is it for? Blah blah blah. And all banks are supposed to do that, right? If it's over $10,000. So he didn't want to do that. So he drove 2 hours. And so I'm like explaining to him, like, hey, you know, I have to, blah blah blah. Otherwise, the bank gets penalized for it. So anyway, he's yelling at me, going off. It's me and a manager. It's just us two in the bank. This man is going off, like cursing my ass out. He is going in on me. And you know where my manager was? She dipped. She went in her office. Mind you, her office was all glass. So she could see me directly getting cussed the hell out by this man. She went in her office and shut her door. Left me by myself with this irate man and shut her door. And it was only me and her in the bank by ourselves. Left me high and dry. Left me high and dry. And like, it was just such a dangerous situation. It was just such a dangerous situation. Like, I just stopped talking and I just let him go off. I just let him go off. No, it's not getting heated. It's just like, this is just my experience, you know, like, these are real life things that happen and people escalate situations that, you know, no, nothing's heated. I'm just, you know, expressing like my experience. But yeah, I don't think I will ever work in customer service ever again, especially nowadays. Like, the way that people treat workers, it's just very despicable to me. It's just disgusting to me. And I will never go back into that field. No thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's just life. It really is. It's just life. Like, these are real life things. See you, Marcus. Have a good day. I'm actually about to get off. Turn her up. See you. No, you know, in KS, I'm enjoying life. Like, I really am. It's just, I don't know how we got on this subject, but it is a good day. It's a great day. And I actually have to get off myself because I have my appointment to go to pretty soon. In a few minutes, so I'm gonna get dressed for that. But I would love to come back on live later today. Ask me some questions. I'll answer a couple more questions and then I'm gonna hop off because I need to get dressed real quick and head out. Good, I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you liked it. I probably made myself breakfast after when I come back. That's between, I love seafood, I love Italian, Mexican, and Mediterranean. Those are like my top. But if I had to choose, you know what? I can't choose, honestly, because it depends on my mood. You know how you're in the mood for certain foods. Like, they all are great for me. Yeah, those are my favorites. And Japanese is delicious, too. But I'm about to head out, y'all. I gotta get ready for this appointment. And I'll talk to y'all soon. My appointment shouldn't take long. Maybe like a half hour or so, 45 minutes, something. But yes, I do actually. But yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Bye.